What's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me? What's going on, Renee, Wendy, Suzanne, Judy, Jim, how's it going? Angelina, Tanya, Steve, Kathleen. How you guys doing today? What's up, Josh? What's up, Jesse? How's it going? So, what we got going here today is obviously our Designing with Matt. So, this one, a little bit different than the normal things that we do. Any of you that have never been to a Designing with Matt before, this one is a little bit different, all right? So, let me get all of my questions in here. Let me get everything wrapped over to my other screens here. And let's get all set up. Here we go. Alright, everybody can hear me okay? Everybody can see me okay, right? Yeah, see the screen. I'm sorry, that's what I mean, see the screen. Can everybody see the screen? Oh, how about this? Now you can see the screen. There we go. That would have been pretty hard to do a training without seeing the screen, right? I'm going to guess that might have been pretty difficult. But we're good to go. We can see it now. We're good. We're rocking and rolling. Perfect. All right. So, with this Designing with Matt, plan is to do something a little bit different and cover some of our stuff with the 5.0. All right? So, with the 5.0 stuff, I want to show just creating a few different designs and just kind of give you guys some ideas of different designs and things that you can create really, really easy for a customer. So how many of you have been to multiple Designing with Matts? How many of you have been to a good amount of them? I'm sure a decent amount of you, right? Tanya, yeah, of course, and Renee and Judy, and any of you, is it your first one? Because these are completely different. These are Kathleen, first one, awesome. First time, sweet. Sandra, like it. Angelina, like it. So what I do in these, we get a little bit more advanced, but this is a recording that only you guys receive, okay? And the reason why I do this is so it's not a big group of so many people where it's 2, 3, 4, 500 people with random questions that don't relate to anything, and everything just gets bogged down. So this is I guess you could call it a more intimate group. And we keep it a smaller group so I can answer all the questions as they're coming through. All right? So, does everybody here currently have the 5.0? Is there anybody here that does not have the software yet? Because we have a lot of people that come just to kind of see. So the 5.5 is the newest version. So you'll just go to your order history and you'll see a PDF for it, okay? But let's get into some design in here. So just to give you an idea of kind of what we're going to do, this design right here, it's a pretty cool looking design, right? Especially for someone when it comes to the glitters and the no, we'll go to 5. As soon as we get to 5.9, then we'll go 5.11, 5.12, and so on. So we won't run out. But pretty awesome, and this is something that, man, a design like this used to take me so long to do with the old softwares that I used to use, and even the 4.0. Well, I want to show you kind of how to do something like this, but also how to use some different things in the new 5.0 when it comes to the text effects to do some different types of designs with the text effects as well. And we'll probably run through about 2 or 3 different designs, but I don't want to speed through them real fast because I want you guys, and that's what I like to do in these trainings, I want you guys to understand exactly what I'm doing. So we're scheduled to go from 2 to 3. It normally goes from 2 to 3:15 or 3:30. Normally we go a little overtime. So if you did plan on just being here till 3, no worries. If you have to leave, you're going to get the full recorded version of it as well. So you aren't going to miss anything. All right? A little. Yeah, sometimes we go a little over, right? All right, let's get rocking and rolling. So first thing I'm going to do, and these just see how I went in a slant at this one. I'm going to show you how to do all these different things. First one I want to do is I want to just do something with our knockouts and the text effects, okay? And what I really like to do is kind of show different ways that you can do stuff. So how many of you that have the 5.0 have used the text effects feature? I'm hoping every one of you, because this is absolutely insane. Because you guys, it almost, tell me the truth, guys. I'm good with the truth. Remember we had an entire designing with Matt on how to create a 3-color live template with the eyes? Do you guys remember that? I know some of you guys were there. We had an entire hour-and-a-half long designing with Matt of me teaching you guys how to create the 3-color live text with the eyes and the center justifies and the envelopes and all those things, right? That was crazy. That's all just built into the software now. It's so awesome. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up one. I'm going to show you one that you know how to do, okay? And that's easy, because I want to show you kind of the difference of what they look like. So you guys have seen me do this a million times, right, with the Eagles design. So let's just use this as a sample just to show, and then we're going to be able to compare it after the fact. So Eagle soccer, weld, grab the eagle, drop it on top, highlight it all, go to edit. We're going to do a knockout, so I'll click on KO, and our design's done, right? That's simple, easy, but everybody still goes crazy when they see this, right? But I want to show you some different ways to make this look even better and cooler and give it a really unique look to the design as well. So now everybody that's finally getting caught up in doing this stuff, now you can take your stuff to the next level and be able to do that, okay? As far as highlighting this, it doesn't allow me to highlight it during the actual webinar. I wish it would. I'm trying to look just to make sure. Yeah, it doesn't allow me to actually highlight it during the webinar. A lot of times when I go and after the fact, when I do the recording, we can get it highlighted. And that's what I'll try to do for you guys, okay? So we got that. We're good to go. Okay. He's done it in the recordings. We were even messing around with it yesterday, trying to figure it out. And it's during the actual lives where it has an issue with it. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to go back a few steps, and I'm just going to keep that duplicate of it right there. So now I want to make a completely different one, just to show you guys the difference of what it looks like. And then you guys let me know what you think looks better. So we'll do Eagle Soccer to do the same thing. So I'm going to do kind of 3 different versions, and then you guys decide which one you think is the best, but I want you to know how to do all of them. So here's one thing that's really cool, is when I type out Eagles, okay, and I'll just use the impact font so everything looks the same. So we'll go to our impact font, and I'm going to make this, let's say, 9.8 inches, 9.9 inches wide. You guys know I always like to tighten up my spacing a little bit. So right over here in the text spacing, I just tighten that up a little bit. The closer the text is together, the better it looks when you're using the knockouts and the envelopes. So 9.7 inches. And then what I'm going to do with this Eagles right here is I'm just going to create a text effect. So the first one I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bit of a basic one, but it's still more advanced than the others. I'm going to create this arc right here for the envelope, and I'm going to hit apply. Now I'm going to duplicate my eagles. I'm going to click on this envelope, and I'm going to hit apply. And you see, we don't have to go back and redo anything. It just applies the new envelope, whichever one I chose, right? Pretty cool. So now that we have eagles, eagles, I know you guys know this. If I hit find text, is that going to change both of them or just one of them? What do you guys think? And those of you who are new, I ask questions and I make sure you guys are staying awake. I make sure that you're understanding what's going on. Correct. It's going to change both of them. So how do we just change the bottom one? You got it. Exactly. We need to hit show all. Exactly, Roseanne. So show all, find text. Now it shows both of my eagles. So I want that bottom part to be soccer. So S-O-C-C-E-R. And again, that created our 3 eyes and all that stuff. That was a full designing with Matt just to teach you how to do that one thing. We just did it in a second. So eagle soccer, right? Highlight this. I'm going to duplicate this so I can play with that here in a minute. Highlight that. We're going to weld it together. I'm going to grab my eagle here. And now bring it to the front. I hit F for front. Highlight it and go to my knockout. Click knockout. And there we go. So far out of the 2 that we have, which one do you like better? The left one or the right one? Give me 1 is the left one, 2 is the right one. Which one do you like better, left or right? And this is honestly going to probably be split. Some people like the straight text better. So I got 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, both, 1. Okay, so I'm going to say 10 people like 2 better, 5 people like 1 better, and about 4 of you said both. All right? Which is about what I would guess. Now, we want to add a little something to this, okay? Watch this. And before I get into the other stuff, I want to show you this as well. Let me just copy this one, okay? And then I'm going to hit Control C and Control V, and I'm going to drop this one down here. Well, I'm going to actually Control Z and go back to before my welding. So let's go back before my knockout. And then I can hit Control V because I copied it and dropped that one down there. So with this one here, watch what else I could do. I could make my eagle a lot bigger here, right? Remember, we can still do that. Highlight it all. Instead of, watch what happens if I left click on my KO. This is pretty cool, right? So it gives like just a bigger part of the face. Or, and that's the thing about these knockouts, you have so many options. So watch this one. I'm going to give you a couple of different options. I got this one where I have a big part of his face coming in, but most of him is missing, right? So I'm going to do that. And then this one, I want to kind of keep everything. So instead of left clicking, I right click. And that gives me that look. So now, out of these 4, which one do you like the best? Let me move that one out of the way. So we got our basic is 1. This one with the bigger eagle is 2. This one with the smaller eagle is 3. And then the eagle outside of the text is 4. Too many choices. And we just made all those choices in what? 3 minutes? 2, 3, and 4, 2, 1, 2, 4. But the cool thing is they all give different looks, right? They all give different looks, and I see a decent amount of you picking 2, and you're going to love the way 2 looks in a minute when I show you this next thing. Okay? So we got all of those. That's fine. Let's Control Z, go back a few steps here. I want to grab my full eagle again. So let me put this guy over here, and I'm going to do that knockout again, and we'll move these off to the side. Now, here's one thing I love about the new wizard, okay? So when I have eagles and soccer here, all right? Did you know that even if it already has the envelope, watch what I can do. I can come over to my text effects, okay? I can go to my 3-color live text, all right? Now, if I wanted to, I could not click on anything and hit apply, and it keeps whatever envelope is already built for it. Did you guys know you could do that? That, honestly, is what I've used the most on the text effects. And here's the reason why. Think of every live template that you guys have of ours. And I'm going to run through a sample of it here in just a minute when we get done with this design. Think if I had a live template that you guys already have and it has a cool looking envelope on it. And then you say, man, I want that to be a 3-color envelope. Well, back in the day, 3 weeks ago, you would have had to recreate the whole envelope, do the 3 eyes, and make it perfect. And it could take a while. Now, just don't pick any envelope. If it already has an envelope on it, you want 3-color, you hit apply, and it keeps that perfect envelope for you. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So, I got that. So I'm going to move the red, and you can see I'm moving the red up into this red a little bit on purpose, okay? Because I want to make it easier when it comes to the weeding side of it. So, Eagle Soccer, we got a lot going on here with this text, right? How do I fix all of that and make it cut ready? Who's going to be the first one? And you guys know, as soon as the first person answers it correctly, I give you a shout out, Judy Johnson. Judy, yes, merge 3-color live text. So, I highlight it all. I come down to merge 3-color live text. And when I come over here, that's a cut ready file now. Sweet. All right, now I'm going to take both the blacks and weld those together. I'm going to take both the reds, because look at the red here. I got a lot going on, right? Weld that together. Now that's all one cut. Okay, makes it easy. And Eagle Soccer, I'm going to grab my eagle here. And I want the eagle to be the bigger eagle, right? And I want the eagle head to kind of go into the design here. This is going to look so cool. And now I'm just going to shift click on the black only. So I'm doing green and black. Over to my edit tab, my knockout. And now I have that built in there. So check out what I can do with this now. I got my green eagle. Maybe I want to do my glitters. So I'm going to do this in a silver glitter. I'm going to do this in a green glitter. And I'm going to do this in a black glitter. And check out how sweet looking that design looks now. So now it gives that 3-color look. But this outside area kind of makes it, see how it makes it pop a whole lot more? That's what's going to make it. Maybe even if I wanted it in the white glitter, I could do a lighter color, white glitter, so the eagle really pops. But if you do the white glitter on a white shirt, it's not going to look as good, right? So that's why I like to do the silver or even the black silver. But it gets, I mean, you could even do it all in a black as well if you wanted to. And it just still gives that 3-color look to it. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So, I didn't do anything with the outside area there. I just did the knockout on the inside. So, here's the thing though, and you got to remember this. If you have the design like this right here, and you highlight it all, and I click knockout, is that going to work? If I highlight everything and hit knockout, is that going to work? No, right? Because I have too many objects. Knockout is looking for 2 objects only. If you look at the bottom left side here, you'll see there's 3 objects in this design. Now, if I wanted to, I could, okay, check this out. I got Eagle Soccer. These are already welded together. Let me Control Z and go back a few steps just to show you guys. So, find text. This is how I check to see if I went back far enough. If I hit find text and the text doesn't show up, then I know it's still welded together. If I hit find text and it shows 2 eagles and 2 soccers, then I know I'm good. So watch this. I can take this design, all right? Now, if I do it this way, it's a little bit different. I'm going to come over to my text effects. I'm going to do a 0.17. And if I hit apply this one, this is where we can run into issues, okay? Hit apply. Nope, no issues. That was one of the errors that we fixed already. So what did I do there? What did I do that made this look different? All I did is I changed one thing just a little bit. You got it. I just thickened that outside border. And which way do you guys like it better? Do you like it better with the thinner outline border or the thicker outline border? Personally, me, I like it with the thicker outline border. And why do you think that reason is? Tell me why you think that. You got it, Angelina. There's one reason. Yes, it stands out a little bit more, but that's not my main reason. My main reason is it makes it easier to weed it. If it's easier to weed it, that means there's less time involved, which means more money. Right? I'm looking at that production time. Because sometimes if it's a real thin layer there, if that starts to pull up at all, it can mess it up. Right? The thicker that outline is, the easier it is to weed, which in turn makes you create the shirt quicker. So I got that. Merge 3-color live text. I'm good to go there. I'm good to go there. So I'm going to take my black. I'm going to weld those together. I'm going to take my red. I'm just shift clicking on each one. Weld that together. Let's grab my eagle here. Move him to the front. I'm going to edit. I'm going to do my 0.06 knockout. So click on green, shift click on the black. Remember, I only want 2 of them. And I'm going to do my knockout. Now, again, he's missing a lot of his beak there. So me personally, I would probably make him a little bit bigger. And this is what you're seeing a lot in a lot of the gift shops now, as far as at the different stadiums and stuff, is you're seeing the bigger design where it's only showing a part of the actual mascot. So you can still see the mascot. Like I can still look at that and I know it's for the Eagles, but it's not showing that entire one. How does that help you if I make that larger like that? What do you guys think? I'm going to do 2 of them and I'm going to show you. I'm left clicking on the KO, yes. Not necessarily less vinyl, because we're still knocking out all of it. So it's not less vinyl, something different. Watch, let me show you both. You guys let me know what you like better. I'm going to go there, there, and KO. And then I'm going to go here, here, and KO. And let me just change it to some colors. So let's just say that we're going to go for the black here. We're going to do a silver glitter. For the green here, we're going to do a green glitter. And then for the red here, we're going to do a black glitter. What do you think? Why do you think I like the larger one? You can knock out both colors. Yeah, you could. But then you're going to have a lot of little areas there. I'll show you. Yes, marine, you got it. Less to weed, right? Less to weed. Because look at the difference. When I pull this out, and let me just change it black so it really stands out. See all those little inside weeding areas? When I pull this one out, okay, it's still going to have those areas, but not as many, right? This one has most of the E, the A, the G. This one, not nearly as much. Same thing with the green part of it. A lot more small areas to weed. Look at the difference. The greens is a big difference here. Check this out, guys. If I change both of these, look at that one and everything I need to weed versus this one. A lot more picks in the individual weeds, right? Which, just more areas that could possibly pull up. Got it? Alright, so with this design, any questions that you guys have with doing a 3-color look on the text effects. This is really, really, really simple, guys. And it's pretty sweet how you can give a complete, maybe the eagles are red, white, and blue, let's say. So what if we did red and blue? Maybe we'll do a blue here. And then maybe we even wanted that to be black to go on to, or a gray, to go on to a white shirt here. What do you think looks best? I think maybe the black makes it pop a little bit more. Now we want to see what this looks like on a shirt real quick. Let's just go over here to our mock-ups. Let's go women's long sleeve shirt front. Click on that. And there we go. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Now, one thing I love about stuff like this, I love just doing simple little edits to something like this. Even if it didn't have the eagle going through it, but what if I did this? Eagles Soccer 2019. So I'm just going to type 2019 and let's find a halfway decent font. I'm going to look for maybe like a script font. So this 2019 right here. What would you, if you guys had to put, I want to get your opinion. If you had to put 2019 somewhere in this design, where would you put it? Would you throw it up top there? Would you put it on the bottom there? What color would you put it? Let me know. I see under soccer, bottom in red. Okay, so like that, right? Bottom in red. What else we got? Bottom in red or silver, under in red, top in red, arc it, okay. I want to show you what I would do. And again, it's just to make things look a little bit different. I would take the 2019 here, I would make it a little bit bigger. I would throw it up like into part of the design, okay. I would come over to my magic boundary here, and I would just do a little magic boundary on it. Just so it pops a little bit more, but it looks like it's part of the design. And then we can decide, okay, do we want it to be blue? Maybe we want it to be silver, okay? We could easily make it silver as well. But see how that just makes it, one little click there, one slight little thing there that I did. See how it just makes it look like it's part of the design now, but it still pops because it has that boundary around it. And I love doing this, especially with just like a little team name. So let me give you an example of a little team name. So if I had, I'm going to come over to my text effects. I'm going to do a 3-color live text, and let's just say I did this. And I'm going to go, give me a mascot. Someone give me a mascot. Suzanne. You got it. Suzanne, you're right with me. So, I saw Wildcats was the first one. Suzanne had a great point there, and this is what I used to always do, guys. Let me Control Z and go back. What's the great thing about making a design like this? Someone tell me other than Suzanne, because Suzanne just said it. What's the amazing thing about making this design? You guys got it. By me adding the year, guess who needs to buy another shirt next year? If I didn't put that year in there, they could wear this Eagles soccer. Let's say they're a freshman in high school. They could wear it their freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. That mom could wear this exact same shirt for all 4 years. I customize it with a number. Guess what? Mom needs to buy a new shirt from me next year. Sneaky, right? But hey, you're customizing it for them. You're making it better for them. So think about those things. Okay? So I'm going to show you this one real quick. Let's just say something really simple I want to do. I want to do what it was at Wildcats. So, 3-color live text. little bit thicker boundary. I'm going to make the inside a little bit thicker as well. I'm going to do a 0.09, 0.17. I'm going to hit apply, and then it just puts the word text, which I'm perfectly fine with. And we did Wildcats, so Wildcats. Now I have the word Wildcats here. I can take this design and I can come over and change it to my Pacifico or change it to my Sport Block font. That's easy, right? So that's cool. You can change the font of it, so it's not set at anything. That's what I love about these. So now that I have this, watch this. I have this design. This is for Wildcats baseball. Okay? Let's highlight the design, merge my 3-color live text, click on my text here. I'm just going to type out baseball. I'm going to use that Pacifico font again. You guys see me use this one a lot, right? Where would you put this? Right? It's not going to look great anywhere. That's where I like to take it like this. Bring it up into here to where I can still read Wildcats, right? And that same thing I did just a minute ago, I can just come over here and magic boundary, and it's going to knock that through. If I want it a little bit smaller, maybe I don't want it 0.09, maybe I want it 0.06. And magic boundary, and now it's going to put that Wildcats baseball going through the baseball. Maybe I want to have a little bit of an arc on it. I could do it here, okay? Or I could come over here and I could do this. I could say, okay, I want this one to be a 1-color live text. I want to add this little envelope here and hit apply. It adds a little bit of an envelope onto that. I want it bigger, no problem. I can weld it together. I want a 0.05 magic boundary. Click on that. And now I have that knocking through. And how easy was that design to do? And then they want it to be their glitters because they are black and red. I could go, maybe we want red glitter for the inside. We want black glitter for the outside. And we want a black silver for the text here. And now it gives that 3-color look. But see how, could you guys imagine, give me a guesstimate as far as minutes. How long before the 5.0 would this design have taken you to create? What would be your guess? I see hours, an hour, 30 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes, 20 minutes. I could never do it. Never. 30 minutes to an hour. Now, how long do you actually think this would take in the 5.0? You want to see? Watch. I'm going to start from nothing. I'm going to start from absolutely nothing, okay? So, I'm going to start my timer here just to see. And I'm not going to speed through it super fast, but just to give you guys an idea of maybe you guys doing it, okay? So, timer, let's go ahead and click on this. I'm just using my phone for my timer, and let's do a stopwatch here. So I'm going to start. So first thing I need is a 3-color live text with this. I'm going to hit apply. Find text, Wildcats. So WILDCATS, Wildcats. I'm going to highlight that, merge 3-color live text. I want that envelope as a single color. I'm going to hit apply. It's going to drop that in there for me. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. And now I'm going to add with the Pacifico font, right? Find text. I got my text there, and I want baseball. Let's go ahead and take my word baseball. Maybe we want a little bit bigger. No problem. That's easy. Maybe we want a little bit taller. We can adjust it however we want. We're going to weld that together, and we'll come over to my magic boundary, and we're done. So it took 57 seconds to do it. And that's the thing. You guys will be able to follow through with me as I'm doing this when you get this recording of it as well. And if I wanted to now, check this out. And just thinking outside the box of just something different. When I look at this design, what if I wanted to do this? Just thinking crazy, okay? Watch this. I just want to show you how you can take a basic design like this and do some cool things with it. So I'm going to go add artwork, all right? And I'm doing this on the spot right here. As I was looking at this design, I was thinking to myself, well, maybe I could do this. So I'm going to come over here. I grab my baseball. It's going to add my baseball to the page. I'm going to take my baseball. I want my laces to be maybe right there. And I'm going to make this baseball bigger. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to send it to the back. Okay? And then I'm going to take my red area right here. And with my red area, I don't want it to create a contour, but I want it to remove shapes behind. So, magic boundary. And then double click on this. Okay? Double click. Let me just take my black area here, and you're going to see what I'm doing. You're going to be like, holy cow. Same thing, and now I'm just going to get rid of these areas right there. I'm just going to delete that. And now, look what I just did with another 1 minute for this design. Is that not sweet? So, thinking of just different things. Like, I was looking at this and I said, man, do I put text up there? Well, the way that it's rounded, it might look cool if I just grabbed a baseball and then I just cut the baseball in half, right? But now what I can do, and what Judy just said, let me show you how I would sell this to a customer, okay? This is how I would sell this to a customer. So, the baseball, we're going to go ahead and make the baseball, let's say, we're going to make the inside area a red glitter. We're going to do the outside area a black glitter. We're going to do this a black glitter as well, and the baseball. Okay? So, I have all my black glitters there. I'm going to highlight my design. Let's get it to a shirt size. I'm going to come over to my mock-ups. They want it on the long sleeve. And that's a pretty sweet looking design right there that we just created, isn't it? Right? Okay, so now that we have that, what if we say we want to add $7 to the retail price of this shirt? Well, what I could do is I could say, boom, number 23, grab my sport block font, just center number 23 right down here. Maybe I want that 23 to also be a 3-color live text. We could do that. We could come over here, 3-color live text, take off my envelope, hit apply. That red's a little bit too thick for me, right? A little bit too thick. So I'm going to make that red a 0.07 and the inside a 0.05. We can adjust any of that at any time. Now, have you guys ever seen this? Oh, I love that it did this. Have you guys ever seen this where one letter turns a different color or it gets weird like that? You guys will run into this at some point. If you enlarge it a little bit, it fixes it. Or if you shrink it a little bit, it fixes it. It's just a Corel thing. So if it ever does that, just enlarge it or shrink it a little bit. I'm going to come over, I'm going to merge my 3-color live text. I'm going to grab my 23. I'm going to take this here, and then I'm going to click on that, shift click, and weld. Click on the black, shift click, and weld. And now what do I got? Come over to my mock-ups, click on my shirt. Now I have a completely custom Wildcats baseball shirt with the number 23. I could have put that 23 inside the baseball too if I wanted. I thought it would fill this area down here pretty nice. But, go back to page 1, highlight it all. Let's come over here to my FTC sign vinyl. I'm going to choose white. I'm going to take this design. You guys all know what I'm doing, right? I'm going to make that 5 by 6.5, somewhere 4 point something by 6.4. That looks good. Mock-ups, TRW, car decal, Click on that. And is that not a sweet looking car decal? Yeah, Roseanne said replace the 23 with mom. Good idea. And put the 23 in the baseball. Pretty sweet, right? The new car decal button, that doesn't have anything to do with this design. What that is, and I'll show you, who asked that? Wendy. The new car decal button is just a basic car decal. Just an easy way to click on this button right here, and boom. There's just a standard car decal for you to make. I figure that's just going to save you guys time. So how many of you think that you could sell a car decal like this here? How many of you think you could sell a t-shirt like the t-shirt we made here? Right? Pretty easily? I would say pretty easily. All right, good to go. Any questions on these before we leave? And when I went into this, guys, my only thought was I'm just going to show them how to put the word baseball into the text a little bit. And then as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, man, if we throw the baseball above it right there, that could look pretty cool, just knocking out that baseball. All right, let me close this down, and let's go into our next one. So, with our next one here, I'm going to show you guys how to create a design like this here. Okay? So, with the design, let's say we wanted to do I'll just do a B like that, just to kind of, so you can see related to what you were seeing. Okay? So, I'm just going to type out the letter B. I'm going to use that Sport Block font again. And we're going to make it, let's say, about 6.7 inches tall, because I know I'm going to add some layers around it. One awesome thing, an awesome thing about the Wizard 5.0 is the Magic Tab, right? How many of you have used anything in the Magic Tab? If you haven't, you freaking better be. You better be. So, watch this. This B right here, I want to do a stone outline with contour. So, when I click on the Magic Tab, that's done. How hard was that? Stones perfectly around it with the thicker contour like I was wanting. That's insane, isn't it? Let me Control Z and I'll show you guys how hard that was. Let me go back a few steps. Just to let you know, we did an entire designing with Matt showing how to do this as well. Now if we did that designing with Matt, the entire webinar would last, let's say we wanted a 0.25. Okay, hey, welcome to the webinar. This is Matt with therhinestoneworld.com. I'm going to show you in this hour-long webinar how to add stones around this bee and then do a perfect contour around that bee to make a design. So first thing you're going to do is click on this button here. Thank you for attending the webinar today. Have a great day. And that would be the webinar. But that honestly was, as many of you know, an hour-long webinar. Because it takes that long to do that. You like that one, Jim? So, now we want to add a little something to this. Okay? Because this could still look sweet. I mean, I could just throw this on a shirt again and be completely done with it. Right? Maybe I don't want the stones. I can just delete the stones. That's no problem. That's simple. Alright, but now what I want to do is I want it to be for volleyball. Okay, so I want this B to be for volleyball, and I don't want to type the word volleyball out. So here's what I would do. I'm going to go to Add Artwork. I want to do it from scratch so you guys see. Okay, all of your vector files that you have, you can use them so many different ways. So you guys see me pull out of this Live Templates Volume 3 every freaking webinar we do, right? I love these simple designs right here. So let's just say on this one we were going to do volleyball. Now let's do basketball. So I'm going to pull my basketball design in here. Here's my basketball. Now, with this basketball, I just want to show you, if I enlarge this now, take it outside that area, and I'm going to make this part orange. So let's make this orange. I'm going to click on my basketball, click there, go to my edit, do my knockout, and there's my there's my basketball in there. That was pretty tough, right? And then obviously I can just change the colors to whatever I want. But again, we did the knockout, and that's what allowed me to do it. So I'll show you guys again. Yep. And you'll notice what I did, if I would have made the basketball smaller and then shift click on the orange, so I have just the black and the orange, and then I did, let's make the KO a little bit bigger. Let's do a 0.09. KO. Do you guys think that looks as good? What do you think looks better? Doesn't look nearly as good, does it? I agree, and more weaving, right? So, you'll notice what I did when I made the basketball. I made sure that all of my outside line of my circle was outside of the area. Can everybody see that? So because of all of that is outside of the area, when I shift click and I do my knockout, that's what makes it look so nice. And very super easy to weed this, right? So we want this design. Let's come over here. Let's do our Caesar glitter. I'm going to do an orange glitter for this. I'm going to do a black glitter for this, and maybe a black silver for this one. Ooh, the galaxy black's pretty sweet too. So this design now is a lot bigger, right? So what we want to do is we just want to make sure when we're working with designs like this. Yes, I saw the question as far as the copper. The copper glitter is what we use for orange. That's what we use for orange, just because that is the closest you get to an orange. I honestly still have no clue why nobody can come up with a really good looking orange glitter, but it just doesn't exist. I stay, believe me guys, I stay on them every day. I stay on them every day. You can't necessarily resize this because of the stones, right guys? Because of the stones. But it was so easy to create, I would just recreate it. So if I came over here, I went to my mock-ups, I went to women's, and I'm going to do the women's long sleeve shirt front, simulate my stones, click on my design, and there we go. And you can see all the stones are simulated there as well. Oh yeah, you could easily use the basketball texture material. Heck yeah. Alright. Questions on that one? Because I want to show you another one as well. Any questions on how I did that one there before we move on? All good? Okay. What I want to show you now, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? What I want to show you now is, you know what? I might do this one in, let me see. I might do this one in 2018. In Corel 2018. So let me see real quick here. I think I put 2018 on this computer. Let me just check real quick. What do you guys have? Shoot me what you guys have. Do you have Corel Draw? Oh shoot, nope, I only have X8. Do you have 2018, X8, X7, 2017? Okay, I'm seeing most of you are 2018 or X8, a few 2017s. I thought I had put 2018 on this computer, but I didn't. So I'll just pull back up X8. A lot of you X8, I love it. Like you guys hear me say all the time. There's nothing that I found that you can do in X8 or in 2018 that you can't do in X8. This is my Surface Book that I'm using. Yes, Jim. No, you don't have to upgrade. Judy, don't upgrade. Keep using X8. X7? No, you're fine with X7. You're fine. 5 works in X7, X8, 2017, and 2018. So you guys are good. Don't upgrade. Don't upgrade until you have to. It's a waste of money. Alright, so I want to come to... Let me see, where did I save these files at? Here we go. So now I want to show you how to take... And this is even cool, okay? I'm not going to use these balls here because I want to show you how to actually do it. All right? I just got something to restore my health. That's good. So I'm going to go to a new page here. I'm reading a question here. Can you adjust stones put in B so that you can resize to the left chest pocket? Well, you would just redo the design, Kathleen. Which is easy because you just click that one button, right? Alright, so I'm just going to go to Add Artwork. And I'm going to pull in our live template, Volume 3 again. And I'm going to pull in my basketball. And then I'm going to add artwork and pull in another one here. And this one I'll pull in the design that I show you guys, the volleyball. I bought 2017 and it ended up being a stolen license. Then Corel offered to make me legal and gave me a discount on 2018. Ooh, that sucks, Terry. Yeah, it's tough. It's just a matter of making sure you find a good company. There's a lot of pirated versions out there. You definitely 100% have to be careful. So, these are one color designs. How hard do you guys think it is to make this a multicolor design? How many of you in here, in a matter of 30 seconds, could make this a multicolor design that's ready to go and cut and make it simple? What do you guys think? And the cool thing about this, with the 5, it's not even necessarily a feature with the 5. It's just using CorelDRAW. And I'll show you what I mean. Here's what I would do with both of these to make them perfect, okay? I'll do the basketball first, okay? I'm going to create a boundary around the basketball. I'm going to go to my Smart Fill tool, and I'm going to go click, 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 click. All right? I'm going to select the same color, so I selected all of that blue, and I'm going to weld it together. I'm going to turn it orange. Most people think they're done now, but they're not, because I want this boundary, okay, which is going to be, I'm going to turn it pink for now, just so you can see. This right here, I want that to be in the back, because this black right here, I don't want that. I'm actually killing this. You're gone. Turn my pink to a black, and now you can see my 2 layers that I have. See that? Now I have a perfect 2-color basketball. Let's do the same thing with the volleyball. Click on the volleyball, create a boundary. I'm going to turn the boundary pink, just so you guys can see it, okay? Now, Smart Fill tool, click, 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 click. Select same color, weld it together, turn it gray. The black, I'm done with you. Turn the pink to a black, and now I have a perfect volleyball. It's pretty easy, isn't it? So again, a lot of people look at this pack and they say, man, I want a 2-color design. Takes you 45 seconds to make it a perfect 2-color design. And you're good to go. Now, let's get into creating that bee that we did. Okay? Let's get this in. So, here's the thing. Highlight my basketball. I'm going to hit Control G to group it together. Highlight my volleyball. Control G to group it together. Volleyball, I want that to be 3.5 inches wide. Basketball, I want that to be 3.5 inches wide. Highlight both of them. In my Edit tab, this button right here, Align Center and Middle. Click on that, and it aligned them both perfectly on top of each other. And now I want to split them. How do I split them, guys? Because I want it to be a half volleyball, half basketball. To split them, right over here, the split tool. I click on that split right there, and look what it does. It split it, so I just ungroup it, and now, there we go. I got a half volleyball, half basketball. Okay, so let me go back again. That did a vertical split. What if I wanted a horizontal split? Come over to my split tool, okay, and right click, and then it gives me a horizontal split. You got it, Roseanne. Driving the big yellow limousine. I like it. Take care of those kids. All right, everybody see the difference between a vertical split and a horizontal split? Everybody good with that? So left click for a vertical split, right click for a horizontal split. Okay? Can you do a diagonal split? Not yet, but yes you can, Kathleen, and here's how I would do it. Highlight it, left click, highlight it, rotate, diagonal split. See that? There's always a way. But what if it was a letter? I'll show you, because you're just dropping this into the letter, okay? And that's what I'm about to show you guys. So let's start with a horizontal split. So highlight, I come over, I have my design here. So right click, horizontal split. I'm going to hit Control U to ungroup everything, or I can come over here and ungroup all. Now, volleyball, remember, it's going to split them like this. So I take those two out of the way, and then I want this volleyball, send it to the back, and take this basketball out of the way. Now, when I have my design, here's what I want to show, okay? Here's what I want to show. Honestly, Terry, I don't know. Let me try. I've never tried that before. Terry said, can you split it multiple into quarters? Let's see, Terry. So I did a right click on that. If I did a left click on this, let's see, and ungroup all. Terry, yes you can. That's pretty cool. All right, guess what? I just learned my one new thing today. So I know everybody learned something new today, because I honestly had never even tried that before. But all I did was, now exactly, a four-sport athlete, we could have basketball, volleyball, baseball, and soccer. I'm not getting my money back today, you're right. All right, so let me bring it back here. We're going to go with this split, right? So I'm going to ungroup all. Now this is the part where it gets a little weird, and I want to show you guys. I'm going to take the black away, and then separate that just a tiny bit. See this little area of my basketball right there? I'm going to get rid of that, okay? That's just going to be a hassle. So because that area was so small, I'm just getting rid of that. Now I have my basketball and my volleyball, right? And you're looking at it like, well, that looks weird, Matt. But let me show you. I'm going to grab my B here. I'm going to come over to my fonts. I'm going to do my Sport Block font. I'm going to make my B whatever size we want it. Maybe we're going to make this one into a decal. All right, I have my B there. Now, what if I wanted to create that border around it and the outline around it, but I didn't necessarily want to have stones with it? So we're going to make this stone outline with contour to where you don't have to do stones as well. Okay, so that is our plan to do that. But for right now, just delete the stones real quick. Now, take my basketball, volleyball, bring it to the front, enlarge this. Okay, so let's get it for a good size so it's getting all of those spots. So that looks good there. I can probably even go a little bit more. That looks pretty good there. And let's try it. Orange to black and 0.08 KO. White to black, KO, and we're done. Maybe we want that outline to be black as well. That's pretty freaking sweet, isn't it? Now, remember, let me go back because I don't want you guys to think that you can't do this, okay? Let me go back a few steps. I'm going to copy this. And because maybe for the men's shirt, the guys, they don't want the rhinestones, but the women do. So let's keep those rhinestones in there, right? And let's take this design again. Let's throw it back here where we had it. And it's still the same thing. Orange to black, KO. Gray to black, and KO. And then this area here is going to be a black. So when I take this design here now, let's see what our size is. 6.8 inches. So maybe maybe we're making it on a smaller shirt. So when I come over to my Caesar glitter, I can go, maybe let's do the Black Galaxy. Black Galaxy. Boom. Got that. Let's go with the orange, and then let's go with the silver. There's my design. Highlight it all. Come over to my mock-ups. Simulate my stones. Women's burnout shirt. And all stones simulated and everything. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? And I could add 3 sports. Like I could have done the top quarter basketball, the middle volleyball, and the bottom soccer if I wanted as well. It should be in there. Hold on, Cheryl. I think it's there. Let me see. I'm going to go to my Chemica Fashion. And there's my leather red. Carbon red. Football. Is it not in here, Cheryl? Cheryl, you might be right. Oh, no, it's right there. There it is. There it is. And then you can see the texture, but if I want it to be a little bit bigger, I'm just going to make it a little bit larger. Make it a little bit larger to give the texture. There you go. So now it gives that texture look to it. You had me scared there for a second. And the football leather, just in case that were a football design, I think the football leather is here. So everybody know this button right here? Has everybody used this? So see how that football is kind of pixelated and doesn't look great? If you just go here and go to medium, see how it fixes the look? Or go to large. And remember when we used to come over here and do the interactive fill tool? We don't have to do that anymore. We just made it easy for you guys. Let's see what this looks like actually. Boom. Ah, that actually looks pretty cool. There you go. There's some of your pattern vinyls. Let's see. This, we'll make it a little bit larger with this. Haha, that looks pretty sweet, right? The small, medium, and large button is right here. It's always up there at the top of the vinyls. But that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Like an American flag look. with the basketball and volleyball? Nice. So, any questions on how to do this type of design? But again, you guys aren't going to know every single step because this one did involve a couple steps and some shift clicks. But what I really love about the way that this is done is how the black kind of welds together here. And it just kind of makes the basketball go into the volleyball, but it also has that separator there to know that they're different. Would it be okay for a car decal? Yeah, this would be pretty sweet for a car decal. So let's just say you were using some FDC sign vinyl and you wanted to actually use an orange. So let's go tangerine. Now the hard part with it, this is where it might get a little bit difficult. You're probably going to have to, honestly, like you would do this white, but this black would have to be more of like a grayish, I think. Because if you did a black on the car window, it's not going to show up, right? Because of the tint of the window. So let's see what this looks like. And that's the cool thing. We can see what it looks like before we ever make it. So take that. I want to get rid of my stones here. Highlight my design. Come over to my mockups. Go to TRW. And let's do a car decal. Don't need to simulate stones. Click on it. And there you go. That still looks pretty sweet, right? So, and I want to show you one other thing here, real quick. Let me get this back to our glitter colors. Oh, there we were. Go back a few steps here. There's my original design. Okay, with this design here, check this out, guys. If I highlighted this design, I've added some different mock-ups, and we've had a lot of requests. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to start creating some different kind of mock-up packs. But if you have a big area for mock-ups, if you click on the first one and then just hit the down arrow, see how it scrolls through all of them? Isn't that cool? So when you get to whichever one you want, then you can pick it. But what we're going to actually start doing is we're going to start creating like some little mini packs. But they're going to be mock-up mini packs. Because they take a while to create, especially when you're doing a lot of different ones. But just little mock-up mini packs, and then you guys can decide, hey, for $5 or $10, do I want to add these 20 hoodies? And now I don't have to go in and redo and create all of these hoodies. So we are going to do some different options like that. So if you want them, then you can just easily add them on. Or, like we always do, we teach you guys how to create them. But you might say, man, I'm busy with all these orders. I don't want to have to create all that stuff. I want you guys to do it. But check this out. Like with these hoodies, check out how sweet these hoodies look. Simulate stones. Click on my hoodie. How freaking realistic does that look? Because we did all of the work to get the actual kind of lanyard that, I mean, that is exactly like, I mean, I don't even think if, honestly, I don't even think if you guys actually made a physical shirt for the customer to show them, it would look this good. But now you can show them exactly what it's going to look like on a hoodie. How many times have you guys seen this? A lot, right? How many times have you seen this? Where they just drop a design right on top of the strings coming down. And it just looks like crap. What do you think is going to sell better when you send it to the customer? That or that? I agree. Sometimes you do just got to do what you got to do. But if you can do it right, obviously that's probably what you want to do, right? So now it's going to look realistic to the customer. And honestly, when they look at this, it's going to be hard for them to tell that it's not a real shirt. Because all the glitter, it has the sparkle to it. All of the stones are stone simulated. Like, this is as realistic as you're going to get. Alright. What other questions we got? I got about 5 minutes because I got to pick up Jackson from school because Lorene just left for Georgia with Madison for a gymnastics competition. So I'm on daddy daycare today. I get an error when I hit the import V4 custom button. Do you have, Judy, do you have old custom designs that you created in V4? If you don't, then it'll give you the error, because we're going to put an error handler in for that. We didn't even think of that. So if you don't have any, then it'll give you that error. But that's just basically saying that you don't have any in the old version of the software. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt in the 4.0, wasn't it, Judy? I agree. It was. If you upgrade now, yes, you get the 5.5, Melanie. So, yes. You'll always get the newest version. So, you guys will see me send out an email or send out a Facebook message or whatever, just saying that you'll get it. I'm going to start rendering this as soon as we get off. It normally takes about probably a good 4 hours to render for these longer webinars. And then it's a matter of getting it all uploaded and everything. So I'll definitely have it up by tomorrow before lunch. But I'll try to, if I can, get it up later tonight. But it'll be a Matt later tonight, which you guys know what that is. That's like midnight, between midnight and 3 a.m. The way that you'll get it, Maureen, the recorded version, the way that you'll get it is once we're completed here, okay, I'm going to upload the couple files that we did, and you'll get those files as well, okay? So you'll get the files, but then you'll see a PDF, and that PDF is going to have the link to the recorded version of this. And again, please don't share the recording with others. It's for you guys who came to the webinar here, to the premium webinar. So you guys are the only ones that will get this recording. That's what's awesome about these. Is the thing is you guys, honestly, we don't do the $7 or the $10. We do that to weed out the 300 other people that are going to ask questions that are going to annoy you guys. So basically, the premium webinars that Sean and I do, it's just to charge a minimal amount to where it's enough where just random people aren't going to come in and ask questions that are going to slow everything down. And that's what I like about these is everybody that's in here has somewhat of an understanding of the software, so it makes it so much easier for everybody else to learn, and you're not having to repeat everything 10 times, and we can get through a lot more stuff. Alright, so yes, that was another question. If for any reason if it's ever at a time that you miss the live training, you'll always get that recorded version anyways. So you'll be good with the recorded version no matter what. And you'll always get it to be able to watch after the fact. So if you see something that Sean, or even if you realize after the fact, you can still go back and get old Designing with Matt's or Designing with Sean's and stuff as well, if you see that it's a topic that might help you. I will let you guys know, okay? And again, this is just to save you money, because some of you know. Honestly, I'm telling you right now, don't go back and get the Designing with Matt on how to create a live template, because you guys can do that in 30 seconds now with the 5.0. And you'll go purchase that webinar and you'll be like, what the heck is he teaching me to do this for? I can do that in one click in the 5.0. But obviously when we did that webinar 4 months ago or whenever it was, this didn't exist. Yeah, any old ones that have design, yeah. So the old ones, there's some webinars where we don't do designs and we just cover features. But when we do different designs, you'll get the designs as well. All right, so real quick, guys, real quick. Kathleen, we don't want to remove those old ones, because if we remove them from the website, then people who did purchase them won't be able to access them. So that's the reason why we didn't remove them from the site. Everybody here, did everybody here learn at least one new thing? One new thing that's going to help you guys, okay? Probably a lot more than one. But I know everybody learned at least one, because I learned one with we're going to call it the quad cut, when I split it 4 ways. So, one new thing, that's the goal. If you can get one thing out of it that's going to help your business, save you time. Again, you're going to get the recorded version. You're going to get a couple of files. We make it well worth, hopefully, the $7 to weed out all the extra people. So, appreciate it, guys. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come in here, learn some things, and better your business. If you do have any questions, I will be on the Matt Vassallo channel later today, so you can ask me questions there. We go live Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. And then I'm actually moving offices in the warehouse right now. So I am setting up a setup kind of like I have at my home office, to where we can do some live trainings during the day as well with the multi-cameras and everything. So we're going to be pumping out some videos and some live trainings to help you guys. And as you guys know, they're free to help your business. So thanks for coming, guys. Have an amazing day. I'll see you on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. But have a great Thursday, and I will see you guys soon. All right, crew? Later.